Got some athleticism to it.
Yeah, he's one of the most explosive athletes in the draft. 6'7", almost a 40-inch vertical, and has really improved his skill level. He's been working out in LA with Chris Johnson and Clint Parks, and I've been able to watch him, work out over the past few months, and his shooting has really gone to a new level, and that was the missing piece for him. So he's an energizer, he's physical, he's explosive, obviously has some great lineage there as the son of Kenyon Martin, the former #1 pick.
When the Houston Rockets traded for the rights of Kenyon Martin Jr., many people didn't know what to think about his expectations. I myself didn't even think that KJ deserved to be drafted outright. He has high potential, but considering that he didn't go to college and had multiple flaws to his game, I thought this selection was more based off his name than his play. But in this past week, Martin has been making me and many others eat their words with his very strong and versatile play. So let's break it down. Let's talk about how impactful KJ has been, how he's going to be such a useful piece for the Rockets down the road, and what the expectations should be for the rest of the season. I think it's more than fair to say that KJ should be thanking the Rockets organization and PJ Tucker for both splitting ways, because after all, this is what allowed for Martin to break out on the scene. Sure, he has had some moments this season, such as his block against Boban. Keep in mind, he's 6'6". Boban is 7'4". But with Houston essentially now tanking and having all of their young guys, such as the likes of Kevin Porter Jr., Jae'Sean Tate, and even David Nwaba now playing heavy extended minutes, it has allowed for KJ to shine. How's that the case? Well, let's look at the game tape, shall we? Ever since being named a starter, KJ has honestly emerged as a young, extremely athletic version of PJ Tucker, being able to average 14 points, 9.5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1.5 steals per game. The 3-point shot though, unlike Tucker, is still a work in progress. Case in point, he's only shooting 22% from 3 this season, and in his 2 most recent games, where he basically was able to play without any sort of restrictions placed upon him, he shot 1 for 5. But even though KJ still hasn't been able to develop his jump shot, there's areas to his game that screams what PJ Tucker was able to do for those great Houston Rocket teams. So let's take an extended look at some of those plays in his 2 most recent games. I want to highlight 4 clips. The first clip is being shown in detail because it shows how Martin is likely going to be a very good rebounder for the rest of his career. In this clip, pay attention carefully to how Martin is already gearing up to get ready for a potential putback slam before the shot even hits the backboard. And then, in a similar play later on in the game, KJ crashes in for a board even before the shot is put up. There's players that are able to get rebounds, and then there are players that go for rebounds. These clips in itself signifies that KJ is somebody who goes after rebounds. He doesn't wait for the shot in simplicity. After this, these next couple of clips are highlighted to show just how good KJ can be defensively. When having to guard rookie standout Tyrese Haliburton, despite being a little flat-footed, he didn't allow Haliburton to get past him. He avoided a potential shooting foul by jumping towards the side and not towards, and finished it with getting a nice block. And in this clip, despite getting a nice block but turning the ball over, KJ didn't allow it to affect him, making a very nice contest by doing a legal vertical challenge against Marvin Bagley. In simplicity, KJ is going to be that person who does all the dirty work that makes so many of these championship winning teams that good. As a result, when looking towards the rest of the season, and even towards future seasons, what should the expectations be as the Rockets move forward? It's pretty easy to say that KJ is going to have his chances at a minimum next year, and probably even the year after that, because the Rockets' rebuild could last a couple of years if we're keeping it honest. But the key thing here is, with KJ's development and growth, it's largely dependent on his ability to spread the floor. As we saw in the clips, he can do a little bit of everything on the offensive end. Get rebounds, finish at the rim, even handling the ball a little bit. He just can't shoot. If he's able to add that to his game, he is going to make defenders pay so much attention towards him. If he's not, defenders are likely only going to be wary of him near the paint. Which leads me to this prediction. If KJ is able to add a jumper, I would say that he would be a mix of PJ Tucker and Draymond Green, back when he was able to spread the floor. He has a chance to be that good. But if he can't, I can see a player such as Kenneth Faried. Hustler, great team player, and a great defender. But he has limits to his game. Regardless though of what happens with KJ's potential, the Rockets, they got themselves a steal here. Let's just hope that their rebuilding process continues to go this well. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, peace.